Good afternoon guys and welcome back. So today I set up a cheap Jeep isolation challenge. So I know it's a very weird time in the world at the moment. Everybody's isolated, everybody's kind of stuck at home, quarantined for like 2-4 weeks, whatever it might be. And sometimes it's good, you can do those small jobs around the house, you can binge watch your favourite shows without feeling bad, you can drink as much as you want because the next day you don't have to go to work with a hangover. But there becomes a point where you just want to get in a Jeep, you want to go explore, you want to see how much flex you can get in your Jeep, you want to see what obstacles you can drive around, and all that fun stuff, all that stuff that owning a four-wheel drive and owning a Jeep is all about. And sometimes the closest thing you get to four-wheel driving is going to your local shops and hopefully finding a little bit of toilet paper. But, I actually don't want to waste that too much. Right, better not get that dirty. Anyway, so, I've seen a lot of different isolation challenges out there on the internet. There's a few awesome burnout challenges which people go absolutely crazy for. Unfortunately I don't think I'd probably do a burnout in my Jeep. I'd probably end up breaking it and it's pretty hard to get parts at the moment for them, which kind of sucks. I've had to not buy parts. Some parts I've tried to buy, they won't ship to Australia at the moment, which sucks. So I think a burnout is kind of out of the question. Maybe one day. Let me know what you guys think. But I've come up with a cheap Jeep isolation challenge. Best thing it is, it's 100% free, and it has to be done right in your driveway, right in your garage, or on your section, wherever you want it to be. Some people have massive property, but some people live in apartments and they park the car out on the street, or they park it in a parking building, whatever it might be. It has to be done in your garage or in your driveway. So you're probably thinking, what can it be like? There's not much four-wheel driving stuff you can do in your driveway or in your garage. So as many people involved as possible. There's a lot of people out there that's struggling at the moment. They're wanting something to do, so let's get everybody involved. And also use the hashtag on Instagram. You can either check out my Instagram or leave your Instagram below. I want to check out your Instagrams and check out your ideas of what you're about to come up with. So use the hashtag #CheapJeepChallenge. I want to check out your photos. I'll also share them on my Instagram, and if we get enough, I might make a video next week with all your different photos and all your different ideas. So let's have a look at what I've done with my Jeep and let's have a look at the challenge. So this is it guys. You're thinking, what the hell? So the idea behind this is to get out, get off the couch, get away from Netflix, get away from YouTube. Maybe do this then go back onto YouTube and check out some more videos of your favourite YouTubers. So the idea behind this is to get into your garage, get into your Jeep, and see how much flex you can make in your driveway and in your Jeep. Now I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that've got some massive sections and they come up with some awesome ideas. People have got rock gardens and stuff and probably some flex ramps and stuff like that, which is awesome. Do those photos, send them in, use that hashtag. But for those people that might have like a single bay shed or live in an apartment building, they can't use those sort of things. So use what's around you. I've used 2 bags of topsoil. I've jacked my Jeep up. So the idea is jack your Jeep up, place whatever you want under one wheel, see how much flex you can get. So there's like a flexi challenge. Everybody likes trying to disconnect those sway bars and seeing how much flex you can get from your Jeep. Now this is aimed at everybody really. Doesn't matter if you've got 40-inch tyres, 1-tonners, a stock TJ, stock YJ, a woolly Jeep, ZJ, YJ, whatever it might be. This is made for everyone. All I've used is 2 bags of topsoil and a toy car. Now you can go 4 bags, 5 bags, whatever it might be. You can drive it up, you can jack it up. Some people unfortunately have broken Jeeps where they're on X-stands. Lower one of those X-stands down. See how much flex you can get out of one of those wheels. So out of 2 bags of topsoil, I've got a little bit. I mean, I could probably do a lot more. Those sway bars are still connected. You can see it's pulling up on that side just a little bit. You can fit the camera in there, and it's squatting down on this opposite side. So it's not too bad, but the idea is to come up with different ways to see how much flex you can get, no matter what it is. It might be an old oil container, it might be a gas container, it might be an old LED light stacked up on top of each other, it might be a Jeep box, it might be an esky or a chili bin or whatever you guys want to call it. It might be an old container, it might be a camping chair, whatever it might be. Grab those different things, even if you want to destroy it. An old car that doesn't work anymore, an old lawnmower, an old whatever. Make something. If you're handy with wood, make a few ramps. I made a few ramps to help lift up my wife's car. I've got an old axle down there I could probably place under. There's a few ramps down there that I've made. I mean, get creative. You can build something if you want. I want to see the most creative ideas you guys can come up with on Instagram. I mean, my one's pretty tamed. I could probably go like so much more. I could probably flex a lot more as well. I could probably put a lot more time and effort into it. It's kind of just there to show you guys what you can do. So I want you guys to dominate me. It has to be a lot better than this. So I want everybody to get involved, see what you can flex on, see how much flex you can get from stuff lying around in your garage. Some people probably should see how many rolls of toilet paper you can flex on. I mean, there's pretty much currency at the moment, but see how much rolls of toilet paper you can flex on. I might actually change that up, move those bags out and put the toilet paper under. Hang on, let's move those bags out and put the toilet paper under. Alright, so I moved those bags out and chucked the toilet paper under there. I reckon that's a much better idea. I should have done that from the start. Alright, so you can see how many rolls of toilet paper it takes you to flex out your Jeep, whatever it might be. Like cans of Red Bull, cans of Mother, cans of Monster Energy drink, whatever it might be. Grab your favourite things, grab things out of your shed that excite you. Sometimes people actually need to clean out the shed. You might find some interesting stuff that you just, I mean, a lot of people just go out and flex on rocks. Let's flex on a roll of toilet paper. Come up with the most whack ideas out there. Let's make it fun, let's make it interesting. And the best thing about it, this is 100% free. That's pretty much what my channel is all about. Making things as cheap and as fun as possible. It's a hard time, and a lot of people have actually lost their jobs, unfortunately, which absolutely sucks. But, I mean, it happens. So we're making this as fun and as cheap as possible. Grab a roll of toilet paper, grab an old car, grab some lawn mix, whatever it might be. Use that hashtag Cheap Jeep Challenge, post it on Instagram. I'm going to share those photos and hit me up on direct message if you want to have a chat about what's going on. I know a lot of people are feeling lonely out there. It's a hard time, especially if you're by yourself. A lot of people don't have family around. They might not be living in the same country, and they might not have someone around them to help out. But if you don't, please reach out if you need to chat. It can be a lonely time for people that don't have people close to you around. Also, if there's elderly people in your neighbourhood, I know one of my mates, Jake, he offered to go out for people of a certain age, over 60 I think, to buy their groceries for them. Obviously they will pay for them and reimburse them, but instead of them leaving the house and potentially getting sick and dying, he's willing to go out and do an extra shop for them so they get the necessary stuff they need to survive just as normal human beings. So if there's an elderly person in your street or your neighbourhood or your parking building, in your apartment building, help them out. Go to a shop for them, maybe get some alcohol, whatever they might want, just some food. So it's a good time to get to know your neighbours from a distance. Like, it's a weird time. I went to go to the servo today to fill up the Jeep, and the lady said, oh, hang on, right there. There was a line 1.5 metres from the counter. She said, cash or card? I said card. She said Visa. I said, yep, Visa. And she did her little thing, got it set up, and she stepped back. She's like, alright. So I stepped forward, paid. She's like, step back. I stepped back. She stepped forward. She said, do you want a receipt? I said, no thanks. Then I was driving down the street, and she came out and she disinfected all the pumps, the things that I was touching. So it's a weird time that we live in, but let's make this fun. Let's make this fun. Let's get it going. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, that subscribe button, and share this video if you guys want this to take off. Want to see what other people have come up with. This could be a really fun thing to get us off the couch, back in the garage, and seeing what we can come up with. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.